In the interest of anonymity, I will only say that I work in healthcare. We seem to get more than our fair share of patients. One specifically has been on my mind lately. The girl in question, a recent admission, had a story disturbing enough to run through the interdepartment grapevine fairly often. Tired of hearing the same old gossip repeated endlessly, I pulled and read her file, intending to debunk the rumors. I wish I hadn't. The following is a cleaned up version of her personal written account. This is all a misunderstanding. Honestly, I'm fine. I am not the problem. There's someone else out there responsible for this. They're doing this to torture me. I shouldn't even be here. I have some issues with body image. That much is true. I was actually failing yet another diet when it first happened. We were out celebrating Becky's promotion. The 5 of us were at dinner. It was a really nice restaurant, but I can't remember which, and my diet willpower was running on empty. We had a glass or two of wine by the time my salad came, and I resolved to only eat half of it, and only that so much as not to cause a scene at Becky's night. The girls pestered me whichever I refused to eat. Still, I couldn't help but think it was no coincidence that the skinniest of the 5 of us was the first to get promoted. We all graduated more than a year ago, and the world was like a slap in the face to us. None of us were really where we wanted to be. Except for Becky, of course. Hunger filled me with a constant pain, and hating myself for it stressed me to the limit. So when the waiter put cheese on my salad, I didn't stop him. I wanted to throw the salad away, to refuse to eat. But I was so hungry. And then, 2 bites in, angry but putting in a happy face for the girls, I found a long black hair wrapping around pieces of lettuce. It immediately disgusted me. I'd almost eaten it without realizing it. We got our meals for free, and the girls didn't even bother me when I couldn't bring myself to eat. The hair had knocked out my hunger completely. I was on cloud 9 for the next day or two. I wasn't hungry, I wasn't stressed. It was amazing. I thought I had stumbled onto some great new form of self-control. But the girls thought otherwise. Or maybe just Becky. I was at lunch with Andrea when the hunger began to reach a breaking point again. Depleted, sad, I gave in and ordered a large salad. Andrea smiled and said something about being there for me if I needed to talk. I bet she was in on it, in my memories. Her smile seemed vaguely sinister and mocking as she anticipated what would happen. I found a fingernail in my salad. A baked red fingernail. Those things were disgusting. I know there are so many drums under fake fingernails. I know. The lunch was free again, but I couldn't bring myself to eat. The shock and disgust had, again, knocked out my hunger completely. Part of me was relieved and empowered. I was going 2 weeks without eating, and this whole disgust thing was really helping me lose weight. I'm not crazy or stupid, but I know that you have to eat sometimes. Another day or two passed, and I ordered a chicken salad at brunch with Becky. She kept gloating on and on about a new job, but our boss was vaguely hitting on her. I hated her so much. Sick girl, even if outwardly I was happy for her, I was mainly focused on my salad, though it was sweet relief until finally eating. Until I bit down on something hard and squishy. I spit it out quickly. I remember Becky's exact words. Oh my gosh, is that a toe? I remember staring at the thing as it sat over my napkin. It was mush, ground up, red, and cooked a little, but a bone clearly stuck out of it. Well, the entire place shut down temporarily after that, but nobody could figure out where the toe had come from. Obviously, none of the employees were missing it, but Becky basked in the attention of the scandal. She forgot on local television, even though it was my salad that had the toe in it. This is a travesty. People can get seriously sick if they accidentally eat things like that, she said to the reporter. I'm starting to wonder whether she had something to do with it. The shock overwhelmed me, dispelling my hunger for a little under a day, but my relief and enjoyment was short-lived. I knew that I had to start eating again, sooner rather than later. Not up for any more of Becky's sick pranks, I decided to scope the vending machines out in the mall. I hated myself so much right about then, but I started staring at candy bars and feeling weak, but I had to eat and I had no willpower left. Chocolate will make everything right. I bit into that. So amazing, sweet, sweet chocolate. It was only 2 bites in that I saw something poking out between the wrapper and the candy bar. Halfway down, pulling the wrapper back, I couldn't help but hurl on the floor as I puked up what I'd eaten. Pressed between the wrapper and chocolate was unmistakably a flap of skin. Had it been sliced off somebody? Traces of the blood still? God. But how the hell had Becky done it? How could she have known? I was terrified and angry then, even if a tiny part of me had been relieved to throw up the 2 bites I'd eaten. Tortured, but still fighting my urge not to eat, I ordered a slice of pizza at the food court. It came with a large bubble in the crust, slightly despairing. I ripped it open, finding what looked to be someone's cornea cooked inside. God damn it, Becky, she had to be somewhere around tracking me, doing this to me. Did she have the help of all the girls? I drove. By nightfall, I ended up at the state line. Pulled into a black backwater restaurant I never heard of. Relieved, I ordered a hamburger from a polite old man who probably owned the place. There was no way Becky or the girls could interfere with my food here. The hamburger slid in front of me on a quaintly decorated plate. It looked like the most delicious thing ever. I still considered not eating it, and I still considered continuing my diet, and I hated myself for giving in, but I didn't want to die. People have to eat. I paused before biting. Sliding back the bun, I investigated the contents. Everything seemed normal until I lifted the tomato from the lettuce, and I couldn't tell what it was at first. It was a pinkish grayish blob, a bump in the ketchup. I lifted it up by a stringy bit and stared at it until I finally understood. It was a piece of brain matter. I would have thrown up, but my heaving stomach had nothing in it. I drove from there as fast as I could, continuing in random directions. I don't know how Becky or the girls were tracking me or predicting what I would eat, but I had to evade them. Candy bar from a gas station? No. Chicken nuggets from a drive-thru? No. I didn't understand how they did it. I even begged a young kid to make me a stub from start to finish, watching the entire process, making sure that nothing was in it. He handed it to me, opened it up, and I still remember his expression of confusion and horror as I screamed. But a strange calm came after that. 3 weeks without eating? 4? I thought I would die if I didn't eat. I had this strange thought. I had this idea of a place they couldn't predict, couldn't make disgusting or inedible. I found it. I did it. I beat them. I found the most delicious salad and I ate it desperately, gorging, knowing I was finally saved, but I'll be honest. That wasn't what I expected to find the first time I did it. It makes sense now, though. When I cracked his skull open with that pipe, I almost couldn't believe it. He fell, and chicken salad splattered across the pavement. Supple as a green lettuce, crunchy as stringy strips of chewy chicken on that dressing. That dressing was to die for. I was finding pieces of people in my food, no matter where I ate. So the only logical place was to find something edible. Inside people. We have to feed her intravenously. Normal food terrifies her and disgusts her. The whole thing makes me wonder how in this day of age, we still let media impose unreasonable body imagery so powerful on us. Though she's not the strangest patient we have here, she interests me because of her ability to manipulate the nurses. Apparently, and nobody ever did figure out who helped her, she convinced somebody to sneak body parts into her food the first times we tried to feed her. At least, that's the only explanation for those incidents that makes sense. Update. I read some more files, and they continue to disturb me. More to continue later.